Hello, I'm George Marshall, and I'm here with some tips for you on how to pick a path. We have a lot of choices on our paths and pathways. There's 11 different paths. How do you pick the one you want? They focus on different competencies, different skills. That's a lot to choose from. What I'm going to do today is to show you how the paths are structured so that you can zero in on the paths that make the most sense for you and your goals. Let's take a look. How to pick a path. Paths are grouped by the skills that we learn in doing them. There's two different focuses. Public speaking is obviously an important focus for any path in our Pathways program, but we also have a focus on leadership. And by leadership, we're referring to all of the competencies offered in Pathways: interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, and management. Now, the paths are grouped, and in one group, all the projects are public speaking focused. That is, all of the projects focus on giving a speech of some kind. In a second group, still we have a big emphasis on public speaking, but we also introduce some leadership type projects, kind of lightweight leadership projects. In group 3, we increase the number of leadership projects somewhat. We call this a moderate level. And in group 4, there's a substantial emphasis on doing leadership projects, along, of course, with public speaking. All of the paths give you lots and lots of practice in public speaking. Let's take a look at those groups. Group 1, total focus on public speaking, as I said before. All the required projects are speeches. Leadership projects, if you want to do them, are available as electives. In fact, pretty much the same electives are available for all paths, so you can still bend a given path towards your interest by your selection of electives. The paths themselves that are in this group are presentation mastery and the newest path, engaging humor. We can pretty much define a path by its level 5 project that is the most challenging project in the path. And in this group, all of the level 5 projects are longer speeches, 18 to 22 minutes, for example. Let's go on to group 2. In group 2, we've added some focus on leadership or project type work. In other words, in these paths, you're going to do or plan a modest project of some kind and then speak of it. In some of these, you don't even do the project. You simply plan out what you would do if you were going to do the project. These are simple projects, things that can be done in one meeting, even a long session in your club, perhaps. Paths in this section are leadership development, motivational strategies, and visionary communication. An example of a level 5 project in this group is to plan and possibly complete a rather modest project. Now let's look at group 3. We're increasing the content of the leadership now. This is public speaking plus a moderate amount of leadership projects and activities. You're going to be creating and developing plans, working with a team, definitely a leadership activity. The paths in this group include dynamic leadership, strategic relationships, and team collaboration. What's an example of some of the level 5 projects you might do in this group? You would serve at least 6 months in a leadership role. What kind of a leadership role? It could be a club officer, it could be a conference committee chair, it could be some project that you do at work. The key thing is there is a project of some kind and you are leading it with a team. Group 4, this is the most substantial leadership projects that we have in Pathways. Again, you're going to create and develop plans with a team, but these projects tend to be a broader scope than the one we just talked about in group 3. The paths involved in group 4 are effective coaching, innovative planning, and persuasive influence. So what would be an example of a level 5 project for group 4? All of these projects require that you perform what's called a high performance leadership project, or HPL. And that requires substantial planning. You actually need to have a guidance committee, people that are going to advise you on how you're going about your project, as well as an action team, the folks that are actually you're going to lead to carry out some particular goal, the one that you plan with your committee. Very substantial and rewarding efforts. Now let's roll up all the paths together and see how they fit. So in group one, we have public speaking, presentation mastery, engaging humor. Group two, which we might call light leadership, has leadership development, motivational strategies, and visionary communication. Group three has more moderate leadership activities with dynamic leadership, strategic relationships, and team collaboration. And group four, which emphasizes strong leadership projects, is effective coaching, innovative planning, and persuasive influence. You're wondering what the popularity of these is? The number one path that's been picked so far worldwide is innovative planning, group four. Second path is presentation mastery in group one. Third one is dynamic leadership in group three. The fourth one is again a strong leadership project, effective coaching. And the fifth one is leadership development in our light leadership group. Sound intriguing? You have 11 paths to choose from. So Pathways offers us choices. So whatever your goals are in Toastmasters, there's probably a path just right for you. So pick your favorite flavor of path and get started.